Uh, Hi guys, today we will discuss Python data types. So in Python we have six different data types like numbers, string, list, tuple, dictionary, and set. And some people say like boolean also. Okay, so in this session we will discuss about the list. Okay, so we will discuss each and everything. Okay, so let's start. So if we want to know what is the list, so list we know like this is one of data type in Python. Okay, so somebody will ask you like what is the list. Okay, then what you will say. Okay, so let's start. So first we will see the list property, then we will discuss the list function. So list is a homogeneous. Okay, so homogeneous means like in list we can store any type of data, homogeneous data type. So I will show you like why we are saying it's a homogeneous, because in list we can store any type of data, and like it's a list. Some people are saying list it looks like a array. Okay, but in array we can store the same type of data, but in list we can store any type of data. So array is a heterogeneous. Okay, so list is a homogeneous. Okay, and the second thing is list is a ordered collection. So ordered collection means, so whatever the sequence you have given, it will not change if your user will not doing any activity, means user is not changing or deleting any data, so it will not change. Okay, just a second, I will check recording. Okay, good. Recording is good. So list is a ordered collection. Second thing is list supports indexing and slicing. Okay, so yes, list support indexing and slicing. Okay, so is if you want to create any list, so list use this square bracket. Okay, so this square bracket. Okay, so let's see, like first we say list is a homogeneous data type. Okay, so it means in list we can store, so I will create one variable and I will create one list, one column to be like this. So this same type of data, so I'll say okay 2.0, this is float, and 2 plus 5j, this will become a complex, and I can give list also, list inside list. So I can give like this, and we can use tuple also, tuple we use, and we can use dictionary. So dictionary is a combination of key value pair. So we'll say uh, okay, I can use project. So let's say a Django. Okay, let's say Django. Okay, and we have set also. So I will use set, and for set I can give 1.2. Okay, so if I will run print where, so it should print the same data. So let's see. Yes, it is printing the same data, whatever. So now I want to check this is whatever the variable we have created, this is a list only or some other data type. So we have Python, we have one function type. So with the help of that, we can check for the type of this variable. I will run, and it is, you'll see here, it is printing this class list. Okay, so it means this is a list. Okay, now the second thing is list is ordered collection. So if I will run, it will print the same sequence if we are not doing any activity. So I will just comment and see. So the same sequence, whatever we have given here, it will print the same sequence. So list is a ordered collection. Now the third point is list support indexing and slicing. Okay, so indexing and slicing is very important thing. Okay, we'll see here. So what I will do, before that I will check one thing is guys clear, length start from 0, oh sorry, length start from 1, and index start from this one, index start from 0 and length start from 1. Okay, so if I want to check how what is the length of this particular list, so I will use one more inbuilt function that is called length, and length of var. Okay, so it will check the count of this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, it should print 7. Let's see. So okay, in this list we have 7 different elements. Okay, so now I want to check like indexing, list support indexing and slicing or not. So I will say print a of 0. So we will use the index. So I will say what is the 0 index value. So if I will say 0 index value, because index start from 0. Okay, so we have written var. So I'll say v AR. So var of index 0. Okay, so 0 index value is 1. So if I will run, so what I need to print? 1. We are printing the 0 index value, so it is printing 1. If I will say I want to print the index 3, so it's in 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will provide list on nested list. So it is providing this one. Okay. If I'll say I want to print this value, so 3, 4, 5. So I'll say 5. So it will print this dictionary. Can you see? So yes, so list support indexing. Now I will use slicing. So slicing, what we will do, I will give one more value, and I'll say this one 0 colon. I can give 4. So what it does, it will start from here. This one on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this till 4, it is saying we print the value between 0 to 4. But as we know, like when we are using slicing, so slicing first argument 0 is it will go start point, and fourth is the end point. And we know end point minus 1. Okay, in this function. So what it do? It will print 0, 2.0, 2 plus 5j, 1 this list and this tuple. So if I will run, it will be the same output. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the fourth one, not this is fifth one. Okay, this is the fourth one. So it will remove that, because what is syntax of slicing? This is the syntax. So you provide the start point colon end point and minus 1, and this is the stop. Okay, so we have provided two values, so start point 0, end point 4. So what is the end point? End point minus 1. So it will print value between 0 to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is the output. Okay, if I will say I want to print this value also, so what I will do, I will say 5. So 5 value will go to end point, 5 minus 1, 4. So now it will print that tuple also. Like that, we can print the value. So I will say 0.7. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one value 7. So I will run. So what is saying? Yes. Okay. So it's printing all the values. Okay. Now I will comment this also. This property is also correct. Sublist support indexing slicing. Let's use square bracket. So here we can see. So I will show one more thing. Where equal to 1 equal to this one. So now I will run, and I want to check the type of this where 1. It should print empty list. Okay, so this is a list only, so this should print list. That's it. It is printing class list. Okay, so what is the meaning of class list? I will show you. Okay, so this thing is clear. Now I want to check what is the memory address of this variable. Okay, what is the memory address? So how we can check? We have one inbuilt function that's called id. Okay, so I'll say print id of var. Okay, so this id function is an inbuilt function. What it does, it will provide the memory address of this variable. Okay, so I will go and it will print this is the memory address. Okay, so in the memory address, if we will go in RAM we have two types of memory, like stack memory and heap memory. Okay, so in stack memory we store this reference, okay, var, and the actual value will store in heap memory. Okay, so how we can refer that one? So in the Python we don't have that thing pointer. In C we use pointer, but in Python we have a refer. So in the stack memory we will store the reference var, and in the heap memory we will store the actual value. So whatever the in this value we will store in the heap memory, we will take the memory address, and that memory address will refer to this particular variable in stack memory. So with the help of that we can fetch the value. Okay, so let's see how many functions are available. So you can use this function like print. Uh, so we have two functions. So I'll say dir of, and you can pass this list. Okay, so I will run. So here you can see this dir function return the list of function. Okay, so in this list you can see we have two types of function. A special function and the normal function. So we'll focus on the normal function. This special function we'll discuss later when we discuss the oops concept. Okay, so as of now you can focus on this normal one. So I want to check these are the functions. So I want to check what is the how many how many special function, how many normal function. So we can write the logic also. So what I will do, I will say, okay, this value I will store in a, and I will say I will apply one loop. Okay, for I. So what we are doing, we are checking the how many function are special, like what is the count of special function, normal function. and what is the total count. So we will not check manually, we'll write the logic. Okay, if up to you, you can, if you want, you can check manually also, but I will show you like how we can write the all these things. Okay, so I in so we are applying A, and I'll say if. So here you can see this is the list, but under this all function we have, it is that is a string type. Okay, so let's say if I dot start with underscore underscore. Okay, so we are writing one condition. So he'll say special count we have to check. So I'll say sp equal to 0, and normal value is also 0. So now we'll check if the function is starting with underscore underscore. So it will go to the sp. So what I will do, I'll say sp equal to plus equal to 0, and else I will go and say else np. So if this is not in a special function, then definitely it will come to else block and say this is sorry, we have to count 1, not 0. Okay, now I will print those values. So I'll say special function count is like this, and print sp value. We have to use comma here. I will copy and I will paste here and say normal function count. So I'll say np. Okay, and I will run. So it is printing the special function count is 35, normal function count is 11, and if you want to print a total count, so what you can do, you can come here and say print total function count is. So how we can check? We will add both values sp plus np. So sorry. Okay, so the total function count is 46. So we will add both, so it will be calculated. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can go through and check all these things in your system. You will get the clear list. Okay, so in this video, we will discuss all these basic property. In the next video, we will see how many functions, whatever the functions are available, we have seen. Okay, so we will work on all these functions. Okay, thanks guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Okay, thanks guys. Thank you so much.